roll all over again?
We did not do that at the last meeting. We did not take roll again.
Thank you. Ooh. Hey, it's a fair point. Well, let me ask this question. Do we want to get started without them in the room? Is it more effective if we...
I mean, it would be important if they heard what we were saying.
That's what I'm thinking. Are they enjoying the museum?
Yeah, I see two of them wandering down the hall. Eating smart. The others are sitting Indian style on the floor eating something.
Stop it. Is that a real thing?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It would sure be awesome. All right, thank you, everybody. I'd like to reconvene the Board of Trustees for the College Savings Plan of Nevada to order, and would like to move on to agenda item number 12, which is the board to direct Treasurer Conine and staff regarding the contract negotiations with USAA and Victory Capital Holdings. So could I have a motion based on the information provided by the treasurer to direct Treasurer Conine to continue contract negotiations with USAA and Victory Capital Holdings and encourage Victory and USAA to send a draft contract by early next week, with the exception that the parties will continue to work diligently to finalize this process.
So moved.
I'll second that with the comment that that the Treasury inform us as we the board as to what has happened as it happens.
So I have a first from Member Martin and a second from Member Seal, with the addition to have staff notified board members of our progress. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries unanimously. With that, we'll move on to agenda item number 13, which is the board review and approval of consideration for the proxy vote associated with the acquisition of USAA Asset Management Company, including the USAA 529 plan for Victory Capital Holdings, Inc. And I believe, Tara, this is just a treasurer?
Victory, how those assets are going to be allocated between strategies, new and existing investment teams, et cetera. Because of that, we're not in a place to vote on that proxy just yet. Victory has indicated some of the existing managers will be retained, but that assets under management for these firms could be zero at the beginning. So the right people might be in the room, but we don't know what they're going to be doing. And although Victory does not propose changes to the investment objectives of any funds, the proxy acknowledges that the investment processes used by Victory may differ from those used by AMCO, the current asset manager. So we're working with staff to obtain fund information from the Victory managers who will be the ones managing post 529 close. We're also continuing to try to get a better understanding of Victory's solutions, which according to the proxy will manage at least a portion of the 7 funds. So at this point, we just do not have enough information.
Member Seal?
Do we need a motion on this?
We will need a motion, but if I could just make a comment before we proceed. So Treasurer, is this speaks to the marketing plan and other elements of this relationship that we've asked for. Is that correct? Prior to making that decision on a vote?
Correct.
So with that, could I have a motion to authorize Treasurer Conine to vote the proxy on behalf of the board based upon the information he and staff and the investment consultant has obtained prior to the April 18th shareholder vote? The treasurer will report his findings and the outcome of the vote at the next scheduled meeting.
So moved.
Second.
So I have a first from member Klinger and a second from member Greenemeyer. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing, Mr. Treasurer?
And if it's all right with everybody, I'll give you information in real time. We don't necessarily need to wait until the next meeting. That's fine, right?
I think that's a great addition to the motion. Great. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries unanimously. With that, we'll move on to the informational items on the agenda. First is agenda item number 14, which is the board to receive a marketing update on Let's Go to College, Nevada Saves from Amplify Relations for the quarter ending December 31st, 2018.
Excellent. Megan Badera from Amplify Relations is going to share agenda item 14, our quarter-ended report, and then I'll share some quick staff notes after Megan is completed.
Sorry about that. Pull up those notes. If you want. I made a couple notes. We're on. For the record, in several years, so if you'll bear with me. If I recall, the last time we did a marketing report, we didn't go slide by slide, but I'm absolutely happy to go slide by slide or even answer specific questions. But wanted to highlight during the last 3 months of 2018 was when we had our shift from more umbrella marketing into our prepaid tuition marketing, and that took place when prepaid tuition opened in November. Another point of note is that even, as we're in our second year of significant budget reductions, we're continuing to see that our SSGA numbers are still in the positive. We're month over month more green than we are red, but that doesn't necessarily mean that every month is a positive month. A lot of that is determined by the different events that are going on in the different seasons. And then during this period of time, we did something new this year. We haven't since year one created new assets for the marketing. In year one, we created the commercials around Sage, as well as the whole Sage branding. And so after several years of talking about it, Sheila and I, we put into the budget to do some testimonials to help promote the prepaid tuition. So we were lucky to get Governor Sandoval, Lieutenant Governor Marshall, and State Senators Kefauver and Gansert to record their experiences with the prepaid tuition program. And those testimonials have been running as digital and video ads to the budget reductions that took place during the last legislative session.
Okay, thank you for that. Do we have any questions from board members on agenda item number 14? I'm not seeing any. Sheila, did you have anything to add? Or does this complete the item?
No, it's just been great working with Megan to get these prepaid testimonials up, and we've had some positive response from them so far, and our numbers are trending almost where we were last year at this time with prepaid, and so we're hopeful by extending the prepaid tuition open enrollment by 1 month that by the end of April that we will see a positive increase this year.
Good, and can you tell us where the testimonials are running?
They're running across our entire, sorry, Megan Badera for the record. They're running across all of our digital ad platforms, and so that includes Facebook intermittently. We have several different video ads up running on Facebook. They're on pre-roll video, and so that would be any internet video that is accepting ads that they would be displayed adjacent to if it matches our targeting for website characteristics as well as audience characteristics. And that's based on a consumer data profile that was created several years ago to target those audiences. As well as in the short term, that the Governor Sandoval ad, where the script set introduces him, will be playing as an audio file on Pandora for those ads.
Okay, great, thank you. So with that, we'll move on to agenda item number 15, which is the board to receive an update on the college savings activities and receive the staff notes since the last board update on December 13th, 2018.
Thank you, Sheila Salahian, for the record, Deputy Treasurer. Wanted to briefly report a couple items on prepaid tuition. We're continuing our outreach and engagement. We're on public radio. We are happy to report that we have some earned media. And so with the feature astronaut that won our contest in the North, and then we have a celebration of the winner in the South next week. And we also have a third TV station that's interested in covering the story the following week. So we're excited about the earned media coverage of prepaid tuition. We also have some new sponsorships that we're working this year with the Las Vegas Lights soccer team in the South. We are now part of the, we're on the schedule for the Asian Chamber. And we have some exciting events coming up at Springs Preserve in the South in the next 2 to 4 weeks. We also have their own accounts. Part of that has been supplemented by our school savings pilot. I know at the last board meeting, the board members mentioned that it would be nice to have a board meeting at other locations, possibly elementary schools. So I just wanted to mention that we do have in 2 schools, Alice Taylor Elementary in the north, Sparks Elementary, it's Sparks, Nevada. Register for an SSGA U-Promise account online and then enroll their children at school savings, and kids come to school twice a month with deposits for their own college savings accounts. And we now have over 68 kids saving at school. And over 86% of those accounts are new college savings accounts kids are saving in. So we're really excited about the pilot, and we're going to have a end of year celebration. It'll be May 17th in the North, and with the South date is a TBD, but it'll be sometime in early June, and we'll let the board members know if they'd like to attend. We did a partnership with Junior Achievement with It's My Business with Barclays, and basically it's a Shark Tank type TV show competition for kids in a local high school here in the South. And Barclays, instead of giving their students a check for the winnings for first, second, and third place, they worked with us to establish college savings accounts for those kids. So we expect about 20 new college savings accounts out of that partnership, and that was really didn't cost us anything. It was just outreach in the community and staff working with those partners. And as I mentioned, we have some other new partnerships noted. Piccoli Little League. We also have Las Vegas Aviators Baseball. We're renewing that partnership with the new soccer or new field. And we have launched the Kenny Gwynn Memorial Scholarship application period, which will close in a couple of weeks. And we will bring that back to our next board meeting for approval of the winner on the Memorial Scholarship. With that, I'll conclude the staff notes and answer any questions.
Yeah, this is Member Seal. In your report, it shows as of March 8th, there were 416 new enrollments. For over what period of time was that? A quarter?
Oh, for the prepaid tuition?
Yes.
Oh, that was since open enrollment, November 1st.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, and usually, you know, it's just human nature. Everybody waits till the last 2 weeks, so we do expect a big push in the next 10 days in prepaid, but we also want to bring to the board that we'd like to extend the open enrollment till the end of April. We had paused on bringing that earlier because we weren't sure what was going to happen with the end-sheet tuition. They were considering a guaranteed tuition proposal, but last month they voted to continue really setting tuition the way it has been in the past, only adding a component where it's a predictable model using HEPI. So we believe that we would be able to successfully support an extension of prepaid tuition through the end of April. The board is in agreement with that.
All right, thank you, Sheila. That was good. Any other questions or comments from board members? All right, not hearing any. I think that takes us to public comment. Do we have any public comment here in Carson City? Seeing none, do we have any public comment in Las Vegas? Seeing none, do we have any public comment over the phone? So I have a first from Member Seal. Can I have a second?
Second.
The second from Member Martin. With that, we're adjourned. Thanks, everybody.